Hey everyone, welcome to episode number 21 of the More Than Macros podcast. For those just kind of tuning in, it's been a little while since we have done an episode. I think it's actually been since March, and holy hell, we're in like middle to end of July at this point, which is insane. But lots of things happening. For those that don't know, I am Brandon Miller. That across from me, or if you're listening on the other end of the microphone, is Riki Long. We'll get into that last name in a little bit here, though. So, how are you, Riki?
I'm great. I don't know. I guess I'm still like in disbelief, like with everything that's been going on. I'm still trying to like wrap my hand around everything. But I mean, I can't complain. How about you?
It's been a crazy couple of months, I think, for both of us. Like,
Yeah.
just like some big changes, which I guess this episode will kind of cover. And then we did this once before, where
Yes.
we kind of caught up. And I promise you, we're actually back this time. Like,
Yeah, we are back in action. We are going to be consistent with this podcasting thing.
yes. So we're back. Holler. So I guess this episode will just kind of catch you back up on again, like kind of where we're at, because I think that as listeners, I think that you guys kind of resonate with the fact that we're just not kind of talking heads and that we are people and we do actually have shit going on and changing constantly in our lives, just like you do. We're not just kind of some crazy ass picture or voice on Instagram or anything like that. So I guess those that follow you on Instagram, I didn't even realize that you did this until the other day. May notice a name change.
Yeah. Oh yes, on my bio. Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah. That's the only part so far, like on like any social media platform that I have. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like slowly change it and like things on my social media. So yeah, I put Riki Taminsky and then AKA Riki Long.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to confuse people, but yes, I am officially changing my name to Taminsky. Tomorrow we'll have been married for 2 weeks.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, I know, and I haven't gone. I meant to go this week to Social Security to like start legally changing my name. I guess I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, my name's changing to Taminsky. People are already asking me, is that Russian? No, it's Polish. Yeah. So yeah, and then I also got our tattoo.
I love that. I was actually just talking about that to somebody the other day.
Yeah. So have the tattoo. It's still like kind of swollen, so I have my rings on this side right now. But yeah, like that's permanent. It's forever.
There it is.
And I reminded Daniel, like, this is forever. Like, yeah, you can laser tattoos off, but not this one. Like, this is on.
That's
so
right.
it's really cool. I mean, because I'm not really into the what are the Kalo rings?
Yeah.
I don't really like them. So, and I mean, obviously, I like tattoos. So this was like the perfect way to go for us.
That's awesome. So it's so crazy because I literally was texting you that week about, I think this actually, about getting the podcast back up, and you had responded like so early, and it was just funny because I actually like don't get up that early to do work, but like I get up like at a normal time to do work, but I had specifically set my alarm like early that day to get up and do stuff. And I saw that like you had responded to a couple things like super early, and I was like, damn girl, you beat me up. And you were like, that's because I'm getting married tomorrow. And I was like, what the hell? Surprise. So now I do have a question, because I noticed this and I don't know if it was on purpose or on accident, but was the whole feel of that an homage to Carrie Bradshaw in the Sex and the City movie?
Yeah.
I saw the blue shoes. I was like, I loved it.
That's exactly what I was going for. And like, one part though, didn't work out. I was actually going to rent my dress for City Hall, with Rent the Runway.
Yeah.
And I love that company, but and the dress that I picked, it was like a tulle skirt, and like I was gonna probably wear like a short denim jacket with it, but it came in the mail like 2 days before we were gonna get married, and because now that I have boobs, like it didn't fit. Like I couldn't zip it up. My boobs are too big for it, and like that was like the first time I've ever had that problem. Plus, like I didn't like the color, because obviously you rent these dresses and like they are gently used like by other customers, and so it didn't look white anymore. It was like very dingy looking. It looked like someone soaked it in like dirty bath water. So I freaked out because I'm like, oh my gosh, like this was supposed to be my wedding dress for the day. And so I went to the mall that day, and I went to like every single store there was, and then finally I was like, you know what, I'm gonna see if Forever 21 has something. And luckily, the dress that I was wearing in that picture was perfect. It was $27, and it worked out perfectly.
So awesome. I saw it and I was like, I don't know if this was on purpose, but like there's definitely like there. And it's so funny because I just watched that movie probably within like a week or two of you getting married. So like it was all kind of interesting. I love it. Love her. So what else is new? I mean, so that's huge, obviously. You also, your show, American Grit, is finally on. It's actually, are we at the halfway point now, or are we one half?
We just did the 6th episode.
Okay.
There are 10 episodes total, but I believe August 6th is the last week, and that's the season finale. So it's going to be episode 9 and 10 are going to be back to back.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So that's actually the same day as the CrossFit Games finale, too.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we are, the show is doing well. I'm not sure yet if there's going to be a 3rd season. Yeah. But I don't know. It's fun so far to watch it because there's like a lot of things that like, as a cadre, I wasn't around to see what like the reality is happening like with the contestants. So it's a surprise for me even actually.
I didn't see this past week's episode because I was away, so I'm one episode behind. I have to wait for Jeff to get back for that because I usually make him watch it. So usually it means I'm watching it twice in a week, but but I think that we're gonna do probably an episode like just on American Grit. But I really think that the people that I've talked to really are enjoying the format change this year. I think that it's really, for those that have watched both seasons, it's just a little bit more relatable, I think, this
Totally. And that's like exactly what we're going for. And what's great is that Casina still texts the cadre, like, frequently. Yeah. And so he texted us, like, 2 days ago, just telling us about the ratings, and, like, Game of Thrones just came back. Mm-hmm. And that's the same time slot as American Grit, and that we were so scared, but our ratings didn't change. Like, it didn't go up or down. So we were especially excited about that. And so obviously, like, the viewers that are watching it, they are being faithful to us. Yeah. And, like, they're watching it because they love it. And I really do think it's, like, the format change.
I agree. I think that it's just a little bit more, well, a lot more relatable this season. I mean, there's definitely those people that you want to choke, but there. I mean, that's what makes. I mean, if you're not getting, if somebody on there, like, I feel like nobody on the last season I wanted to really love or choke. Like, I wasn't really rooting for anybody. So, I mean, regardless of the emotion that the person is invoking. If they're invoking emotion, I feel like it's good either way. So that's awesome, exciting. So, and we'll kind of dive more into that in another episode.
So, what about you?
Oh my goodness, what is new? I just, I guess I realize if you're actually watching this, probably wearing a red shirt today probably wasn't the best because my nose is like super red. I just got back from a couple of days at the beach, just kind of recharging. We just started a new challenge group at the gym last week, and so that was, anybody who's kind of done and setting up one of these kind of 6-week New You challenges knows that, like, the couple of weeks leading into it is insane. Getting things started is insane. But again, it's kind of a new big batch of people that we kind of get to bring in. And it's just kind of exciting to have a lot of those new people and kind of that new energy in the place, which is exciting and obviously makes you want to be there and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So, and aside from that, I think this happened obviously after the last catch up, but I'm back in school. It's so weird.
You're 30 years old.
I know. It's like, oh my God, I've got to like study and read. And I'm like, I'm going to be going into it. It's so funny. I was like, I'm going to be the good student and I'm going to read all of the assignments and all this. And I'm like, fuck that. Like that went away so quickly. I was like, just got to get the shit done.
Right. That's awesome.
But it's really cool. It's one of those things. I've just been trying to spend like the last couple of months, and I actually did a YouTube video on this, just about doing stuff that is important for you, stuff that I've been thinking about, obviously, for a really long time, or have always kind of wanted to do, and going back to school was one of those things, but it was like, oh, I don't know how to do it, I don't know where to start, and blah, blah, and just fucking start. Just
gotta do it, yeah.
Like, reach out, and I literally was within like a couple of days of like exploring like schools and like how to get this. I have a bachelor's in English and I want my teaching certification in English. So it was just like learning a little bit more like about how to do that. And within like days I was applying to schools. Like it was like, I could have done this like years ago. Like,
right, yeah.
But there's always a right place and a right time for stuff.
I think everybody can relate to that in like one way or another. I mean, I had this thing with YouTube last year. Like I've been wanting to do it for years, and then like finally, like I just dove in, but like so scared to do it. And then that's actually how they found me for the show. So I mean, like when you start something, like it could lead on to better things. So
yeah,
yes, you going back to school.
Yay! Thank you. And yeah, it's like you said, it's so crazy because I mean, I feel like there's other things I've kind of pulled the trigger on. And again, those things will kind of come out over a couple of episodes, teaser. But I think that we get so nervous about, we get so comfortable where we're at, where we get nervous to kind of step out of that. And then like, it's so wild that like some of the other stuff that like I've obviously started doing, like as soon as I did that, like as soon as we kind of move that out of the way, we make room for other things in our lives, like that are going to make us happy, like doing this podcast. Like again, like I kind of moved some stuff out and it was like, all right, I'm going to reach out to Riki and see if she wants to get back on the wagon. And like just again, other stuff like back on YouTube. Like I know that you've taken a little bit of a break just because yo busy girl. So it's like just those things. And I think that we so often push out of the way things that we know are going to make us happier, that we want to do, because we're either afraid to do them, or we don't want to make time for them, or we can't move something else off the plate because we're afraid of disappointing somebody, or again, it's all like these external factors instead of worrying about you. Like, and really it's crazy, like when you actually do, like how things really do start falling into place when you let them. Like it's like jamming a puzzle piece, like jamming a puzzle together. But then if you just kind of let it happen, like just let it happen. It's crazy. So I finally got rid of an eyelid twitch that I had for like solid 2 months straight. I swear, this guy right here, he was twitching like nuts. So anything else you want to fill? Bless you.
I think that we're good.
That was the only one?
I guess so. Well, so, like, speaking of, like, not doing things, like, I've been out of my Zyrtec. I have to take 2 Zyrtec a day, and I've been out of it for, like, 2 or 3 days. I haven't been taking it, and, like, I'm really, like, allergic to, like, kitty dander, boomer saliva, but, like, just, like, I don't know, nature in general. Like, I just cannot take it. And so, like, my allergies have just been, like, all over the place. And, like, I took Zyrtec, but it's not working right now. But, I don't know.
To kick in for a bit?
I saw Incubus last night.
You did? With Jimmy Eat World, which I was like, I didn't even know they were, like, still around.
Yeah, they are so old. Like, when they walked onto stage, like, they just look like old men in, like teenage clothes. It was so funny.
Yeah.
And Dan and I were talking about them. We're like, do you think that, like, they just, like, use, like, what they wear is just, like, costume, for, like, stage, like, costumes? And then do you think that they just, like, go home in, like, their old man clothes, like, to their families? Like, they cannot, because they have to be, like, in their 40s now.
Oh, definitely. Like, I mean, because, yeah, they were around, like they were big, and they weren't young when they, like, especially Jimmy Eat World wasn't young when they were big, like, in the, like, early 2000s. Because, I mean, I remember when I really got into them was the One Tree Hill soundtrack, because they had, like, a bunch of songs on, like, season 1 of One Tree Hill.
Jimmy Eat World, like, I was so into them when I was 15. I'll be 31 in, like, 2 weeks, I think. Or no, like, 10 days.
Yeah.
And then Incubus, I was so into them in high school, and they released, I think it was like, they have 9 albums.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is nuts.
Yeah. It was a really good show.
My roommate's seen them tonight, so she was excited to see your snaps.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty fun. It was fun. I need to do more shows. I feel like such, I don't want to say a homebody, but, like, I don't know, cooped up, like, doing work, and I'm always working, and I think that's, like, very important, like, for everybody. Like, you need to sometimes just drop things, go to the beach, or go to the state fair. The state fair is coming next week for us, so that's what I want to do. But I think we forget to, like, make time for ourselves.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, so
I think that we kind of just let situations pass, thinking, like, oh, like, we're gonna work so hard today to get them tomorrow, and then there's always today, and we don't make time for tomorrow because we always want to be better.
Yeah, so that's definitely something that, like, I've been trying to do at least, like, once a week. Otherwise, like, I'm gonna go crazy and, like, you know, just get burnt out.
Yeah, I get that, like, just with, like, alone time, too. I think people are so nervous to have, like, alone time that, like, just, like, to sit there and fucking just, like, veg out and, like, watch American Grit or The Real Housewives.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, just, like, sit the fuck down or, like, play PlayStation. Like, you feel like everybody is, like, you've got to, like, be moving at all times or you're going to miss out on something.
All
like,
the time.
Yeah, like, just chill the fuck out. Like, color or something. Jeez, like. Yeah.
So what Dan and I do at night to, like, wind down, because, like, I'm sick and tired of watching Family Guy reruns before we go to sleep. Like, that's normally what we do.
Yeah.
Family Guy reruns or reruns of Impractical Jokers. Like,
I started getting into them recently.
I love them, but, like, they're just reruns now. So we're starting to Netflix more, and so we're really into Pretty Little Liars right now. I think Dan's into it more than I am, though. Sure, yeah. So I think we're, like, in season 4, like, I think we're season 4 right now.
That's such a good binge show because, like, now I feel like with Pretty Little Liars in general, like, shows like that have exhausted me, like, because there's always something new that you're learning. So it's a perfect binge show because you can just kind of keep moving. Yeah, I just actually watched the finale, like, about a month ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're right. Like, because if I were to watch this, like when it was airing, like, I'd be so angry every week.
Yeah, like, and
like, more!
Like, that's how I get, like, with, like, I gave up on, like, shows like Quantico and, like, because, I mean, like, it's like the Lost factor, like, you know, but you don't know, like, constantly, and, like, that's fun sometimes, but it does get frustrating, too. But yeah, Pretty Little Liars is a good one.
Yeah, we do 2 episodes a night, like, we try to stay calm with it.
Nice.
Thursdays are normally our off days, like from training and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's our Sundays.
Yeah.
So we'll probably watch a few more episodes than normal. Yeah.
Nice. That's fun. Yeah, I like hoard all of my magazines, and my boyfriend actually made fun of me for this, like, at the beach, because I'd literally, like, go with, like, a huge backpack of magazines to the beach, and I'm like, oh my god, because I feel like the beach, like, I love, obviously, reading, because I'm an English major, but I feel like the beach sometimes, especially when you go with a big group, like, people are talking, like, there's constant interruptions. So unless I'm reading a book that's, like, really short chapters, like, and I can break easily, magazines are such perfect beach reads because, like, I mean, usually the articles are super short or, like, there's just kind of little snippets. So I, like, hoard all of my magazines. So, like, then I'm, like, going through, like, 6-month-old Entertainment Weeklies, and I'm like, oh, I need to watch this. I'm like, have my phone by me, like, making a list of everything. Like, he's like, that is 6 months old, and I'm like, shut up, this is what I do. And then I, like, rip the cover to know that I read the magazine, so when I get back to the place that we're staying, I can throw them away. So,
oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yes, that's how I recharge. So I think that this is probably good for a little quick catchy up. We are, for those faithful listeners that know that we used to release on Thursdays, we are now going to be releasing episodes on Tuesdays. So we're going to hit you a little earlier in the week, so you don't have to wait so long to get your dose of us. Plus, then we're not competing with My Favorite Murder, which is like, you know, whatever. Because, do you listen to them?
No. I got to.
Oh my god, they're so good. It's the most ridiculous concept in just saying what it's about. Like, it's like a comedy true crime podcast, but like the hosts are so, I appreciate quick wit, and they are very witty, so I of course love it, but then they also are talking about like true crime, which I find interesting as well. Like, they're obviously like talking about a murder. So I actually saw like a live episode like that they recorded when they came to the area, so, and that's one like I like binge like all, I think they're like on like 75 episodes or so, so I like binged like all of them from the beginning. So
what are they called again?
My Favorite Murder.
Okay.
So they get quite a bit of press. They've been in Rolling Stone and Entertainment Weekly because like they're both in the LA area, and they both have done some stuff on TV. And the one woman was the head writer for Ellen DeGeneres for a while. So like it's kind of like that kind of comedy, like the one-liner type of deals that they throw in there. So that's a lot of fun.
Cool.
So, but yes, every Tuesday we will be on iTunes and YouTube. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your friend, your neighbor, strangers, anybody. Dogs love podcast listening, and frankly, they don't have opposable thumbs to turn us off, so just put it on. So, alright everybody, we will catch you next week. Bye!